coronavirus has spawned more than 80,000 known infections and over 3,000 deaths worldwide in a mass outbreak that's now spread across more than 60 countries. Now, of course, we're relying on the communist Chinese government for many of those figures, so no one's exactly sure how accurate those numbers are. Unfortunately, the Chinese are not the only ones lying to you about this crisis. So is the American left, and they're counting on you being dumb enough to buy it. Mass panic over the coronavirus has been building, and with it, so have the left's lies. Democratic presidential candidates Joe Biden, Michael Bloomberg, and Elizabeth Warren have all peddled the outright falsehood that the Trump administration has cut vital funding to the CDC that could have saved us all from a pandemic. Except that's not true.
They cut the funding for CDC.
He's defunded Centers for Disease Control, CDC, so we don't have the organization we need.
While the administration has proposed some cuts, Congress hasn't approved any of them, meaning that the CDC is still chugging along exactly as it was before. If that weren't a big enough pile of propaganda, the media took it a step further and claimed that Trump flat out called the coronavirus a hoax during a rally last week. Except that he didn't. Here's the deceptively edited clip that the media peddled.
It's all turning. They lost. It's all turning. Think of it. Think of it. And this is their new hoax.
And here's the whole thing.
Now the Democrats are politicizing the coronavirus. You know that, right? Coronavirus. They're politicizing it. We did one of the great jobs. You say, how's President Trump doing? They go, oh, not good, not good. They have no clue. They don't have any clue. They can't even count their votes in Iowa. They can't even count. One of my people came up to me and said, Mr. President, they tried to beat you on Russia, Russia, Russia. That didn't work out too well. They couldn't do it. They tried the impeachment hoax. That was on a perfect conversation. They tried anything. They tried it over and over. They've been doing it since you got in. It's all turning. They lost. It's all turning. Think of it. Think of it. And this is their new hoax.
See the difference? There's a massive distinction between calling the virus a hoax, which he didn't, and correctly claiming that the liberal media are using it to play political games and take cheap shots at an administration that they don't like by spreading myths and false accusations. Kind of like this one. That, in fact, is the very definition of a hoax. But of course, the media couldn't play the entire clip because Trump actually made a good point. So instead, they trimmed it down, packaged it in a nice, neat little soundbite, and used it to claim that Trump said something he didn't so they could try and make him sound like an idiot. Just like they did with his comments about MS-13, his comments about Charlottesville, his comments about, pretty much anything over the last 3 or 4 years. The Washington Post's Dana Milbank tweeted this lie, and more than 162,000 people liked it. And see, this is exactly how they incite mass panic, through lies and deception and exploiting ignorance. It's how they convince people that we're all going to die because Trump doesn't believe in science or something. It's the same way they've managed to sucker millions of people into believing they're going to get shot with an AR-15 every time they walk out of their home, or that Nazis are lurking behind all of our shower curtains, or that the seas are going to boil over and we're all going to be chewing on our own shoes in the next 10 years because the earth is going to run out of food. How many Armageddons are we facing right now? I have lost count of all the things we're supposed to be dead from already. And the media feed this hysteria. They live off of it. They get their ratings off of it. They make their money off of it. And they use it to fuel a political narrative to sway public opinion by fear. The government can save us all from the apocalypse if we just elect the people that they deem worthy. The coronavirus is the same story, different version, a serious situation spun into a convenient political football. So remember this over the next few weeks. Take normal precautions, wash your hands, keep an eye on your kids, and buy all the Purell and Lysol that you want. Just don't be gullible enough to buy the lies. And that's your Reality Check, America. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page, like us on Facebook and Twitter, and stay sane out there.